Hi friends, there was a woodcutter who looked exhausted. As he was cutting the wood for over 5 hours, he still unable to finish it. And when he was asked to take the break for a few minutes and sharpen the saw, he said, I don't have time to sharpen the saw. I am too busy cutting the wood. The same thing happened in our life too. We are too much busy in our routine work. Without taking any break, we are busy with our own tasks. Then we complain like it didn't work out and we ignore to sharpen our saw. So in this video, we will learn the crucial habit of sharpen the saw. What to do if we take a break from daily work, which depicted in the book 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. So let's get started. Before that, if you are new to this channel, Tezbrains provides an educational videos which will add short and digestible summaries of self-help book to your brains. So please do subscribe to our channel to get updated with all the valuable information. Habit 7 is taking time to sharpen the saw. And this is possible in 4 dimensions of our nature: physical, spiritual, mental, and social emotion, by exercising regularly and consistently in wise and balanced ways. We have to remember one thing, that this activity is the center of our circle of influence. No one can do it for us. We must do it for ourselves. Now let's see about the physical dimension. The physical dimension involves caring effectively for our physical body, eating the right kinds of foods, getting sufficient rest and relaxation, and exercising on regular basis. And you don't need any special equipment to do it. If you want to go to a gym or spa to use the equipment or enjoy some skill sports such as tennis or racquetball, that's an added opportunity, but it isn't necessary to sharpen the saw. A good exercise program is one that you can do in your own home and one that will build your body in 3 areas: endurance, flexibility, and strength. Endurance comes from aerobic exercise, from cardiovascular efficiency, the ability of your heart to pump blood through your body. Although the heart is a muscle, it cannot be exercised directly. It can only be exercised through the large muscle groups, particularly the leg muscles. That is why exercises like rapid walking, running, biking, jogging are so beneficial. Ideally, you should try to raise your heart rate to at least 60% of your maximum pulse rate, the top speed your heart can beat, and still pump blood through your body. Your maximum heart rate is generally accepted to be 220 less your age. So if you are 40, you should aim for an exercise heart rate of 108, that is 60% of 180. The other is flexibility, which comes through stretching. Most experts recommend warming up before and cooling down stretching after aerobic exercise. The other is strength, which comes from muscle resistant exercises like simple calisthenics, push-ups, pull-ups, and sit-ups, and from walking with weights. Almost all the benefit of exercise comes at very end. We try to build strength, and that doesn't happen until the muscle fiber ruptures and the nerve fiber registers the pain. Then nature overcompensates, and within 48 hours, the fiber is made stronger. The essence of renewing the physical dimension is to sharpen the saw, to exercise our bodies on a regular basis in a way that will preserve and enhance our capacity to work and adapt and enjoy. The next dimension is the spiritual dimension. The spiritual dimension is your core, your center, your commitment to your value system. It is a very private area of your life and a supremely important one. As we read and meditate, we feel renewed, strengthened, centered, and committed to serve. Immersion in great literature or great music can provide a similar renewal of the spirit for some. There are others who find it in the way they communicate with nature. The greatest battles of life are fought out daily in the silent chambers of the soul. If you win the battles there, if you settle the issues that inwardly conflict, you feel a sense of peace, a sense of knowing what you are about, and you will find that the public victories, where you tend to think cooperatively to promote the welfare and good of other people, and to be genuinely happy for other people's successes, will follow naturally. The next is mental dimension. Most of our mental development and study discipline comes through formal education. But as soon as we leave the external discipline of school, many of us let our minds atrophy. We don't do any more serious reading. We don't explore new subject in any real depth outside our action fields. We don't think analytically. We don't write, at least not critically or in a way that tests our ability to express ourselves in distilled, clear, and concise language. Instead, we spend our time watching TV. Continuing surveys indicate that television is on in most homes some 35 to 45 hours a week. That's as much time as many people put into their jobs, more than most put into school. It's the most powerful socializing influence there is, and when we watch, we are subject to all the values that are being taught through it that can powerfully influence us in a very subtle and imperceptible ways. Continuing education, continually honing and expanding the mind is vital mental renewal. Like reading self-help books or watching summaries can expand our paradigm and sharpen the mental saw. Writing is another powerful way to sharpen the mental saw. Keeping a journal of our thoughts, experiences, insights, and learnings promotes mental clarity, exactness, and context. Now let's come to the very important dimension, the social emotional dimension. While the physical, spiritual, and mental dimensions are closely related to the principles of personal vision, leadership, and management, the social emotional dimension focuses on principles of interpersonal leadership, empathic communication, and creative cooperation, which you can see this in detailed summary by just clicking on the I button here. Well, renewing our social emotional dimension doesn't take time in the same sense that renewing the other dimensions does. We can do it in our normal everyday interactions with other people, but it definitely requires exercise. Although renewal in each dimension is important, it only becomes optimally effective as we deal with all four dimensions in a wise and balanced way. To neglect any one area negatively impacts the rest. So friends, take a break from your routine work and sharpen your saw. That's all about 7th habit from the book 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, which you can buy from the link I've given in the description below. That's all for this video. Please hit the like button if you really feel this video pushed you a little ahead, and share this with your dear one. Comment if you have any suggestion for our channel, and please don't forget to subscribe for more such videos on weekly content. Thanks a lot.